All right, everybody, it's time to start making this part 2 video. I just got off work. I ended up just hooking up the wood splitter, and like I said, I was just waiting on a couple parts. I got a brand new fuel cap, brand new filter with part number in case she ever needs a new one. Thing's running great. Now I'm gonna go drop it off. I do have my car hauler, but I have an open middle car hauler, so I was gonna put this on, but I have no way to put it on. So I'll go back and get the van tomorrow, but where I'm going, I'll show you all the van today. All right, stay tuned. All right, what's up, everybody? Just picked up the van back there. Going home now, and I'll show y'all more about it when I get there. All right, what's up, everybody? It's part 2 on this little series that I'm doing. This is my 2003 Toyota Sienna minivan that I ended up getting for working on this wood splitter. The wood splitter had a bunch of work, needed the carb clean, a bunch of little replacement parts, but we got it running good, and we gave it to her. She ended up using it. She said she ran it for 6 hours straight, and it worked great. So for that, she gave me this van. And I don't know what we're gonna do with it yet, but right now we're gonna walk around the vehicle, show you all its quirks and features, and see if we wanna trade it up or what we wanna trade it for, and go from there. So with that being said, let's walk around this thing. All right, this is the 2003 Toyota Sienna minivan. They ended up hitting a deer, they said. It broke this little pieces right here, the front fender, but overall the body is still in great shape. Needs a few little things. This doorknob right here is broken. This one does work. Tires are in pretty decent shape. Not bad at all. A few little dings and dents and scratches, but overall it runs great. I drove it a couple miles to the gas station and back, and it did just fine. So with that being said, let's get into it. All right, one of the things it needs is a battery, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and show you all the motor. All right, this is the motor bay. It's got the V6 300. I looked these motors up and they said they're very reliable, and this one purrs like a kitten. But the only thing with these is the valve cover gaskets leak, so I will be checking those. Check the oil. Looks fairly clean, like they just did one. And I checked it before when I first got it, so I just want y'all to be aware that I did check the oil. The battery says, you know, March of 24, but I guess it's been sitting for a while. It doesn't keep it charged. And these terminals, I have tightened them as tight as I can get them, and they won't tighten. So, and that's on actual both of them. So we'll be replacing those. And through this video, I think we're just going to do a parts list and get what we need to fix it, because right now it did have a clean title, and the title is going to be in my name, which is perfect, but it takes about 2 weeks to get the title. So I don't want to post this thing for sale or try to flip it yet until the title comes in, because then we'll be just sitting ducks. So this video, we're going to do a walkthrough, and at the end of it, I'm going to have a parts on the screen and show you exactly what we're going to get. And then the next video, I'm going to fix it all up and we're going to flip it. So, all right, that being said, let's get this thing jumped. Come on, baby. There it goes. All right. Start slide up. Great. Turn the air off. All right, now we do have some lights on the dash, and we will be addressing all of them the best we can. Will we be able to fix all of them? I don't know yet, but let's go over the features. Very simple. It does have a pretty nice thermostat for the air and the heat. Now, one thing I do got to say about this van, it has been sitting a very long time. She said it's been sitting about 8 or 9 months, and the mice have gotten into this thing, and it stinks to high heaven. So I'm hoping we can clean it the best we can and get all that smell out. But if you can look on the floor here, right here, look at this nest, bunch of stuff where they've been getting into stuff. But overall, fairly nice. 2003. It's got a CD player. Now I do gotta say, this thing is pretty big. But one thing I don't like is, for example, the doorknobs or the interior handles and the panels, they both look pretty bad. But it does have a nice sunroof, which works. One cool thing about this is you have the back windows open, the left and the right door open, and it does have heated seats on the left and the right passenger front, and they both work. Doors work great. It's actually pretty neat. It has captain chairs in the front, and then has a bench in the back. A good detail for sure is what this thing's gonna need. Don't know what that stuff is. It has vents all the way around, and it does have this little thermometer thermostat, which I have not tested. So, oh, I guess I gotta turn it on. There. Now this should work. Oh, yep. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's definitely kicking on. Yeah, we'll keep that off for now. Yeah, but I do like the feature that the doors have. You just press the button. Very nice for a free van. This has a little bit of damage right here, but overall, nothing too crazy. All right, got some floor mats, some jumper cables, the jack. I'm guessing these seats fold down. Very spacious, not bad at all. If we go over to this side, the only thing on this side, yeah, a few little chip paints and scratches, but this doorknob. I've never replaced the doorknob cover, so I'll be learning as I go. But this one works as well. And then as far as this, the fender seems to be fine. It's just this corner light here, the bumper, and the whole grille. But yeah, but as you see, this motor, it just purrs. Very nice. The heat works great. I haven't tested AC. It's 40 degrees where I'm at right now. So, not too bad. We can test that another day, but right now we're gonna go through the van and get a parts list. All right, first thing on the list, we're gonna get a front grille, headlights, the corner turn signal light, and I don't know where if it has a bar that comes up to hold the hood open, but if it does, we'll get one of those. So that will be all for the front, yes. All right, both turn signal lights, bumper, and the grille. And that will complete the front. And there's plenty of junkyards that have this stuff. Then, I would like to find door panels. This door panel is usable, but as you can see, it just looks terrible and this little thing's coming off. And that is on both sides. So if I could find a junkyard that has a van, which I'm sure there's plenty, it's 2003, then I'll just change both the door panels out. Then, like I said, it doesn't need much. Tires are in fairly good shape. The back, I'm not really worried about that. Somebody will use that. We'll check everything. Looks like they backed into something. Then we'll clean everything and this doorknob. So the front components, doorknob, or door handle, I should say, and then a full detail. And I think we'll have ourselves a very good running vehicle. And we'll clean everything, pressure wash everything, and go from there. All right, like I said, right here is going to be the breakdown of everything I need for this video, from the door panels, the front bumper, the headlights, turn signal lights, the grille, the door handle on the left side, or right side I should say, and I think a few other things. Battery also. I will get the battery tested because it's only 1.5 years old, but possibly a battery. But like I said, all the stuff right here, and if I think of anything else, I'll put it right here. All right, Now the real story on this van, now we need to decide what we want to do with it. So I know you all watched the wood splitter build, get that, well, not really a build, but fix the wood splitter to get this. And now we do have the van 100% in my name, and all I got, the wood splitter, I didn't do the price breakdown on it, but we had about $90 worth of stuff. And that's from the filters, fuel filter, spark plug, fuel cap, all that, about $90. So right now we only have about $90 total in this van, except for the, you know, few dollars in gas I got it to get here. And so far everything on this van is working. It just needs a good clean and some good details. So do we want to flip this? I don't have an end game. Everybody, they want to flip a penny to a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a sports car or something like that, which is awesome. And I've seen people do that, or flip a penny to a house. That's great. I'm jumping steps right now because I went from fixing something to a free vehicle. So we're already up ahead. And I know there's plenty of people that could have many kids that could use a van that don't have a lot of money, or, you know, flip or trade something. And one of the few things that I need is a shed or a garage. I'd like to trade something to where I can at least get the money for a garage or something like that. And the other stuff that I'm interested in is like off-roading vehicles, Jeeps, Toyotas, stuff like that. But I'm open to all suggestions. I do live on a lake, so do we want to flip it to a yacht? That's a suggestion, you know. But I want to hear from you all. What do you all think I should do with this van? And just put it in the comments. Let me know, because I want to do what we want to do, you know. I'm all for it. Whatever we have the most comments of that we want to do with this thing, that's what I'm going to aim to do. So, and right now we got a good running van that runs and drives fine, just needs a few little cosmetics. And yeah, so like I said, this is a shorter vehicle. I know we're not going into full depth of what we're going to do, or what we're doing to this thing now, but like I said, I did the title yesterday, and now I got time. You know, they said it'd be about 2 weeks. And yeah, that's great, but I don't want y'all to have to wait 2 weeks for me to sell this or flip it to somebody else, and you all have to wait to see it. So, but like I said, like, comment, if you're new, subscribe, see my other video that led me to this one, and I'll see y'all next time, and I'll have some more parts and we'll get this thing flipped. Y'all have a good day. Bye.